Oh! What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live right here on the 2nd Street Marvel. Well, we're coming at you live every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or sometime soon thereafter. I mean, I know, you know what? It seems like this whole past year, I've been very, very bad about getting started at 8 p.m. And you know what? I really don't have any other excuse other than just not being prepared. Other than not being prepared, like my Zoom right there. Not being set right. Just not being prepared. It happens. You know what? I think given the way the last 15 days has been, I think you guys should give me at least a little bit of leeway, a little bit of an excuse for the reasons, all the reasons why, right? I mean, can we really just come up with can we really just talk about this? Like, what does reasons really mean, right? It's just an excuse, isn't it? Nah, I don't know. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. Now, if you are new here, what I typically do is I start off the show talking about some of the comics that I pulled for the week, and then I get in and interact with you all in the chats as we talk about just some of the different things that have happened throughout the week. And I've got a few things to talk about this week. And if there's anything that you have to talk about, any topics or anything in particular you want to talk about, feel free to let me know down in the comments and we can get into those. I mean, we're here on the Trailer Park Live. It don't really matter what we get into. You can pretty much ask my opinion on it. It don't have to be comic related. It could be anything. You know, I know one of the viewers, Dixie, here in the chat one day, like, you never talk about anything controversial, do you? I'm like, I don't really have anything controversial to talk about. Like, what do you want to say? And that was the thing. It was right after that verdict the other week. It was right after Rittenhouse, right? I'm like, what do you want me to say? Like, I gave my opinion on it. Like, that's really about all there is to say about it. Am I supposed to go on and continue about making my point? I mean, like, or should I get out there and surf the interwebs for other articles and other things people are saying on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram about the trial, and and respond to those things in, like, video format and be like, you know what? Like, I mean, I think my opinion is probably the same as most people would with, I mean, I would say have, a logically thinking mind. Now, some people might disagree with that as well, and I'm not saying that don't mean that they're illogical or they're stupid or anything like that, but I think for the most part, yeah, I don't know. That's just it. I have no real reason to argue about it. I mean, I feel the way I do about it, and that's it. My opinion's my opinion. You're not going to change it, right? And I'm not going to change yours, and it's up to you to change it. It's only maybe up to me to share my opinions on it and see what you think about it and let you decide for yourself. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about, right? Sometimes we see and you know what? Sometimes we change our minds, and that's okay. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it's not okay to change your mind. I know there's, look, and I know there's plenty of people out there you probably know who are, maybe they flip flop, maybe they just go back and forth and back. Okay, like there's a difference between, I'd say, being a flip flopper and just changing your mind altogether. Maybe you learn new information. Maybe something has happened. That's okay. Changing your mind is okay. Don't let nobody tell you that it's not. But also, don't let your mind be changed by weaker minded individuals either. But anyway, guys, in case you guys missed the show on Wednesday, actually, you missed the show on Wednesday. You should have been here. We had Chillmonger on. What I meant to say was Thursday on the morning after New Comic Book Day. I got started a little late, but I did review all of my comic books over there on that. You should go find it. It's unlisted right now because actually what I did at the same time was I tried to record the video in a format in which I could go and clip off all the little comic reviews and release those later as the videos, because it's just something new. I'm trying here, just something new. We've been kicking around the office, but doesn't it pop? Regurgitating live stream feeds and just cutting them up, and isn't that what everybody does? It's the cool thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So I've got one already cut up. We're gonna put that on there. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Go check that out. And there's probably a link somewhere on Twitter or somewhere from Wednesday where I went ahead and shared that, or the great fakes. Sorry, I had a little scratch in my throat at the same time. That's what the great folks over at the Fandom Collective, they probably shared it too. They do a lot of that's what they do over there. Yeah, I know. Surprising. But anyway, had plenty of good books to read this week. One of those books that came out this week was the continuation of a story on Aftershock Comics, and that is Maniac of New York. And I just wanted to show this book off right here, this cover. This is the Ambassador Aftershock Ambassador exclusive. You can only get these at very specific shops, very certain shops. There's not every shop is going to have these. Not all of them have are able to get their hands on these. They got to have an Aftershock Ambassador. Sometimes on the Aftershock happy hour, they have sales on some of these as well when they have some left over. But these ones right here, when they do these are a very limited run. These ones I would say are probably limited to maybe a little bit more than your average comic shop when they do a custom cover there. A lot of times you have to order 250 to 300 covers minimum. And so this is somewhere like, yeah, it's pretty low print. So if you can get your hands on these, you definitely should. This is Maniac of New York. The Bronx is Burning. This is very much like a, basically like, you can see right there on the cover by the guy, right? It's very much like Friday the 13th, kind of like Jason. But the character is a little bit different. It's not just Jason, like they got some different stuff, but they got art in here by Andrea Muti, and you either like his art or you don't. You've got this really watercolored kind of look to his work. Very good stuff. I really enjoyed it. I liked the first story arc of Maniac in New York, so I can't wait to see what we've got here in store with this one, this new arc. This is one of the ones I didn't get a chance to read it. I didn't get it because I got it late. I ended up getting this one late, but so I didn't get a chance to read it yet. But I definitely want to give this read because I thought the first story arc was good, in which we seen the character. He was stuck. He wasn't even stuck. He got himself stuck on this subway train that they basically, the mayor of New York had put in. It was a big project, kind of like that Jerry Brown speed one, right? That speed one that he's building here in California, right? The speed rail. Yeah. They had one of those built in New York that was going to run 24 hours a day, unmanned. It didn't need to have a driver on it, a pilot, or what would they call those? What do they call a conductor? It wouldn't have to have one all the time, and it would still continue to run through the night, make it stops and everything like that. Well, he got on board of this train and just went on a murder spree and somehow I think didn't I can't remember if he got it to where it's not gonna stop on any of the things. So basically, he would be stuck on it, or maybe the police did that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they had to basically these police had to get on there. These guys that were investigating this guy, and they got on there to arrest him. But at the same time, he was on there on a murdering spree, and I don't know, it was pretty good. I thought the story was pretty good, and yeah, you guessed it. The woman who's leading the yeah, see, I gave it away. The person who's leading the investigation is a woman. I know, fucking woke. I know. And you know what? You're never gonna guess that her tough guy lesbian partner. I gave it away again. Hey, but regardless, you see these two partners, these female cops, going out to bring him to justice, and they failed, right? Hey, how's that for woke, right? They failed. They didn't do it. They only stopped him from murdering people. They didn't bring him to justice, right? I'm kidding. Or am I? No, I'm not kidding. I mean, it was a couple female officers, but anyway, I thought the book was good, so I can't wait to read the second one, where I'm sure it's probably the same cops because they're still in New York, where they're gonna go out and do this. I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. It was a good one. Now I also got to pick up. See, when I was there at the it was at Horizon Comics here in Lancaster, California the other day. I was there, and I was picking up my comic books, and we were sitting there flapping our gums and everything. And while we were there flapping our gums, like we were talking, and they forgot to put these last two books in in the bag. So I went back today and picked these up from this is on Bad Image Comics. Bad Idea, sorry, Bad Image. Bad Idea Comics. This is Pirate Queen. This is what, issue number 3, right? Issue number 3. I don't see where it says on there, but I'm pretty sure it's issue number 3. This is one of those. I haven't read it yet. This is issue number 3 though. But it's like the creative team on it is a team that I feel is a team I think I'm gonna like this book regardless. It's Peter Milligan writing, Adam Polina and Tamara Bonneville. I love Tamara Bonneville's colors anyway, man. And then this one right here. Which is Refuse Last Resorts. This one right here. And I believe this one is a one-shot. And I think I'm only missing one book from all of the Bad Ideas books, and I think that's Whalesville. I think that's the only one I don't have. I've got the rest of them. They've been putting out some pretty good comic books over there on Bad Idea Comics. And you know, I think one of the first ones they started off with, which was ENIAC, written by Matt Kent, who is writing Berserker with Keanu Reeves over on Boom Studios. And he was, you know, it seemed like a few months ago, like earlier this year, he was doing that. He had that whole Cullen Bunn thing going too. There was like 5-6 books that he was writing at the same time also. But he's a pretty good writer. I like some of the stuff of his that I have read. God, I can't even. What was that one that he did? He did that one. It was another one on Boom Studios that he did. That was with. Oh, I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head all of a sudden. But he also did like Fear Case as well over on. Was that one on Dark Horse? I want to say it was on Dark Horse. I want to say it was on Dark Horse, but it might have been. Man. I'm pretty sure it was Dark Horse. But anyway, they've got some good titles over there on Bad Idea as well on their books. So like there's really a lot of indie publishers out there right now that I think are doing a really good job. And you know, pretty much since I got onto the indie comic scene, that's when I really started to step away from Marvel and DC. I didn't pull a whole lot of DC anyway. I wasn't reading a whole lot. But I really started, actually I just started reading less Marvel. I was still buying some, and I started reading less, and then I was getting more into the indies, and I pretty much just stopped reading them. And then at that point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stop reading them. And like a lot of them like X-Men, there was just too many. I was like, I'm not going to try to, like I would have tried, and I didn't have to read them all. Believe me, I'm there at the shop. I didn't sit there and read them all, but I was like, I just kind of lost interest. Like, there was like, there's a certain point when they're doing something and then you pretty much know how it's going to end, right? Like, what's the point in keep going, right? And believe me, there's a lot to say about the journey to get there. But the thing is like, what I notice is like a lot of these indie books, I'm sitting there every single, like at the end of all these issues, like, man, I can't wait for the next issue. Give me the next one. Now, one of the first publishers that I really got into their books was Vault Comics. I really enjoyed a lot of the books that they were doing over there, and they're still putting out a lot of great titles as well. One of the other ones was Aftershock Comics, and now I actually work for Aftershock Comics. I get to go out, visit some local comic book shops, and I get paid to go in and visit these local comic book shops, and it's great. It's great, and spread the word of Aftershock Comics. A lot of really good indie publishers out there. In the meantime, last year, found like the people over at the Absolute Comics Group who are doing White Widow and those things. Like, there's I'm not sure what's going on with them right now as far as like the publishing and getting the books and stuff out there. But the titles they have over there are absolutely great. Just other ones as well. Titan Comics has really been putting out more and more good titles. Boom Studios has been on the come up as well for the past few years. And then AWA Upshot last year came out, and bam, they came out hard, swinging, and they came out this week. Another one of their series launched this week in Hotel, which was one of my fucking favorite books of that year when AWA Upshot launched last year, man. Like, I'm telling you, Hotel Volume 1 was fucking fire, and I love it. And issue number 1 that came out this week, I thought was very good as well. But one of the things in getting into a lot of these, like a lot of the books I would find are like horror books, and a lot of or just other kind of just indie titles, just like ones like I said, a lot of Vault comics, a lot of Aftershock comics, just something a little bit different. And so what you're talking about here is we're not talking about stuff that is popular franchises, IPs, and things like that. So obviously these writers and everything, they gotta work a little bit harder, telling better stories. And then when it comes to the art, I think that's something that I've found that I really like about indie books is I don't have the same expectations of that than I do like a Marvel book when I go to see Spider-Man or Superman and Batman, right? I don't have the same expectations. And you really notice that a lot of times I've read a lot of books that are indies. The art really helps tell the story. You get a lot of post-apocalyptic tales. You can get away with a lot in the art there, with it not being necessarily, how would you say, not like a bunch of clean lines and everything looking all nice and polished like you would in a Marvel book. You can get away with it looking all gritty and grimy, and it can be fucking great, right? It can be great. And sometimes I feel this is really kind of part of a larger conversation, is like sometimes I feel like it's just like almost like going back to basics, right? Sometimes that's all you got to do. You don't have to do anything fancy. You can be like Madball, right? It just takes a couple of basic fucking riffs, a couple of great fucking lines of dialogue for your fucking lyrics, and that's it. A nice little hook, and bam, you got your nice little fucking 76-second long fucking song. You hammer it out, people are fucking hyped, and that's all you need. You don't have to go out there and be fucking Michael Jordan. You know what? You don't have to go out there, but if you can do that and still keep it basic, that's even fucking better. That's Madball, son. And that's what I'm talking about, is kind of this return, this resurgence, where we're just going back to basics and not having to do all of these things. And that's something that I found, this week when I got this book in right here. This is the EC Pictofiction Crime Illustrated, the Adult Suspense Stories. This is some of the early EC comics. Now, this one right here is very early. This thing was like 49 bucks, I think. 49 bucks. But it's got these 3 issues in it right here, right? It's got these 3 issues in it right here. And you know what? Like, the one thing I've really enjoyed about getting into all these EC Comics reprints is that exact thing. You got great stories, like, and it's just like a lot of them seem like moral tales, and then you get the art by all the fucking greats that were doing all the art in these books back in the day, and it's, oh man, it's just so awesome You get into here. This is one of the oldest ones. I was showing this off a little bit on Wednesday. You get into here. Look at this fucking beautiful art. Look at that shit. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Then you get in here and you see, oh, look at this. Look at this. Right? You see all of this beautiful art in here. And then what I love about this is when I get into this one is even different than those Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. And look at the way that they are laid out. Look at the way they're laid out. Super like fucking old school. Looks like newspaper clippings, right? Dude. But look at the art. Look at the art. There's nothing fancy. Matter of fact, look. You just got black and white. Some of my favorite art is black and white. When I was growing up, when I was drawing a lot and everything like that, which I need to get back in. I try to do it on the iPad. I just need to break out the pencils. But this is exactly like I like doing black and white shit, and I like this. And that's one of the things. And you know what? I feel like it's something that we always kind of judge a lot of things off of, right now, especially here out there when it comes to like movies and things like that, even like just all these different things, people talking about reboots and things like that and sequels to all this stuff. Where's all the originality, or why they keep going back and doing new, doing old shit? They got creativity to do something new. And while I do completely feel that way, at the same time, I also kind of feel like it's all been done, son. There are some new things you can do with all the toys in the box and all this kinds of stuff, but for the most part, a lot has already been done when it comes to storytelling and a lot of these kinds of things. You can find different mashups and different things to do, but for the most part, it comes down to the same thing. It comes down to doing the fucking basics. And I feel like that's kind of what a lot of things really need to get back to right now, and why I kind of feel like that's why a lot of these people go back into that and try to do those kinds of things and pull on those member berries, and maybe they're kind of trying to deconstruct and be like, what was so great about this? Some things just absolutely cannot be remade, so you shouldn't even try. But what you can do is go back to something basic and start there. Start at just the very basic idea of whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to do a comic book, start with the basic fucking idea of telling a good story, and then along with that story, getting some great fucking art that helps reflect the world and helps tell the story, right? That's what you want. Very simple, very basic. After that, you just got to tell a good enough story. It's just got to be good and not mess it up. Right? It seems like it would be very simple, and believe me, I'm not a writer or anything, but these are something. They're very basic things. There's a lot of things that go on out there in your life. You will find pretty much fucking apply to everything, and this is one of them. It's all about doing basic shit. It's not that hard, but it gets hard to do when you're always just trying to replicate something. Just break it all back down and just go back to the basics. And that's what I've really liked about getting into these books, getting into a lot of the Marvel omnibus I've been reading, where they have, like I've been going back and I read like the original Thunderbolts, which wasn't even that long ago. Going back and reading the original run of the Avengers, going back and reading, like I'm reading the Captain Marvel omnibus right now, which is about Ms. Marvel. Like getting back and reading those old stories, the old Moon Knight omnibus, reading those old fucking stories is just goddamn great. And when I see it and I'm reading these things, I'm like, what's so fucking hard about doing this these days? And the thing is, like, you know what it is? It's like you're trying too hard. You're a try hard, and that's okay. That's okay. But you know what? Just stick to the fucking basics and go from there. You can break new ground doing just the basics. You can. But you gotta get the right elements all together, and it's not gonna be easy. But that's what I see when I look at things like this EC crime. When I get into these kinds of things, I'm like, how hard is this? This isn't hard to do. It's very simple. It's very simple. Which was funny because it's something I was talking about earlier this week as well on Wednesday when we were talking about the Hawkeye show. I'm not sure what it is about this goddamn Hawkeye show, but I'm telling you, they're 3 episodes in, and I'm telling you, this is the best 3 fucking episodes that Marvel Studios has started with on anything they've done on Disney Plus. And you know what I'm watching? When I'm watching and I'm looking at it, you know what it comes down to? It comes to very simple, basic shit they're doing. Very simple, basic storytelling. They're just doing it so fucking simple and basic. And I'm like, that's all it takes. Just do that and don't mess up. Just do that and don't mess up. And it's really great to see, because I feel like that's something that I've needed, is that like that kind of like seeing more great storytelling going on in certain ways, and even if it's in ways like seeing old reprints of the EC fucking comics to show you how it's done, right? To show you how it's done. But anyway, I think I've flapped my gums here for long enough. Let's get into the live chats and see what you all are saying. All right. Man, maybe I should move this over here. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, who we got? We got my man LB up in the building. We've got Alloys Dotto. How are you doing? Skip and Tosh. My man, Johnny on the spot. What is up? Yeah, it happens. Sozu Sozin, what is good? He says, was good. Just watched a True Story with Kevin Hart. I don't know what that is. Was it? Oh, but it wasn't good, huh? All the new animated Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie was pretty good. Oh, really? Okay, is it out? Oh, dude, I've got to take my kids to see that shit. I got to take my kids to see, dude. My kids have been waiting to see that. Yeah. Fear Case was okay. I thought it was Dark Horse. I thought it was a Dark Horse one. I thought it was good. I liked it. Same, bro. Got these indies and pretty much haven't looked back. Yeah. Like, and look, I know there's a lot, and I could really lean into it as well. But I know there's a lot of people out there say, like, for me, it's not even. I didn't stop pulling because like they were shitty and they suck and they were fucking woke and all that. But it wasn't any of that. It was simply there was too many indies that were good. My pull list was fucking outrageous, and I'm just like, no. And believe me, it wasn't even about the reading, because I could do all the reading. Like I had like. I would have an average of like 15 books a week. I fucking breeze through all of those, be ready to fucking get reviews shot like that. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. But yeah, the indies, man. Like, you know, and the other thing is, because like, you know, you watch Wes and them guys on, you know, on Thinking Critical on Saturdays and shit. And like, look, I have no problem with the criticizing and all that bullshit, but like a lot of the time. And, you know, and I know they know people say this shit and, you know, feel that way too. And they even, you know, Wes even talks about it sometimes, like, bro, if like, I'm not going to keep buying some shit that I'm just going to fucking bitch about. Like, that's fucking pointless to me. Like, I don't care how many subscribers I had. I don't care if I was getting fucking rich and living it up fucking off of you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about something that much to keep reading some shit and spending money on it just to fucking bitch about. I just can't do it. I want to read some shit and enjoy it. And that's not saying that I'm not going to go out of my way and read something shitty. Like, you know, I've had shitty books that I've read. I'm just like, no. Like, what was that? What was that book? It flew out of my hand here on stream. What was that shit? Fucking Freak Snow over on Behemoth Comics? Fuck that piece of shit. You know what? You know what? Pretty much once Behemoth released that piece of shit, I stopped even fucking reading it. Like, I read that piece of shit, fucking Freak Snow, and there was something else too I read. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking done. Like, nope. No. Yeah, like you had something going for. You had some books that were coming out that I enjoyed, and then like I don't know what you did. Like, you went and no, I'm gonna be nice. But yeah. Yeah, I enjoy the characters too, but there are plenty of back issues from the big two I can read and never buy. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say, and that's the thing, and that's what I like about the omnibuses that I've been reading. Sure, I mean it's given money, but like it saves me like having to go buy a bunch of single comics that honestly you could probably find for the like, unless there's like big key issues in there. For the most part, I think a lot of runs you could probably buy for the same price that you would get an omnibus for. Just maybe. But then that takes time to go out there and do all that too, to hunt for them, which could be fun too. As a man, there is this thing, the thrill of the hunt. You know what I'm talking about. That I haven't gotten there with. Well, I guess I kind of have. I kind of have. But not in that way. Like with the comments, I'm like, yeah. Sozu says, Trinity, you sure know a lot about indie comic stuff. Do you know any of the Houston comic publishers I should pitch and push my comic to? No, I don't know, man. I don't. Skip says, Boom, Titan, AWA, and Aftershock are all killing it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bad Ideas, my favorite. Yeah, Bad Ideas. Like, you know what? Like, for all the bullshit that like everyone and all the shit people were giving them when they came out, and kind of really like, but everything still, they've got some good titles. They've got some titles that I like. Yeah, the uniqueness and texture of indie. Yeah, absolutely. Bad Idea is very expensive. Yeah, that is the other thing. That is the other thing. Felicity with a $2 super chat says, passing through to say hi to my favorite toxic male. Oh, we haven't even got started yet. Thank you so much, Felicity, for being here, and thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, very expensive. Yeah, but also the highest quality. And since I don't buy a gazillion Marvel and DC, Bad Idea fits within my budget just fine. Yeah. To buy their comics. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and their quality is good too. They got good quality. Absolutely. And that's one thing I like about, like, that's one of the things that really attracted me to like Vault Comics when I first started reading their books. Where I was like, man, and they've got that, they got that. The book's got that smell to them. Their paper is really good quality, and it's got like a nice heavy texture. Even the covers are usually, typically nice and like a good quality. And I absolutely like. I know what to expect when I pick up a Vault comic. You know what I mean? I know what to expect out of it, and at least the quality of the book. Like, I can't speak always for the quality of the story in there, because there's some books I don't like, but that's But yeah. Crime book looks awesome. I want that. Love crime. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, like I said, like these old ones, man. Like all the old EC comics I've been buying, dude, they're fucking great. They're great. Yeah. That's how the old Steranko Chandler books were laid out. Protographic novel style. Yeah. It's a nice layout. I mean, like, you don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to do anything fancy. Is there a difference between graphic novels and comics? Well, typically the graphic novel, well, it really kind of depends a lot of times, because a lot of times a graphic novel is going to be a self-contained story. Isn't that right? Yeah. A graphic novel is going to be a self-contained story all in one book. And generally they're gonna be hardcover. I don't know that many graphic novels come out that would be soft cover. I think generally they're hardcover, typically. But it's pretty much just a whole self-contained story. They probably put some out that are soft cover and everything. But then, yeah, it's pretty much just like a whole self-contained story, basically like in a trade format, like all there together in one, instead of released as single issues. And I think the other thing about it is it's all released at once as a graphic novel. It's not released in single issues ever, where then you get into like your trade paperbacks, and you can get into like an omnibus or even a compendium and things like that. So yeah. But other than that, I mean, that's really about it. Parker is in the building. What's up? Says graphic novels are usually either collected versions or comic runs, or like a singular long form story put into one comic. Yeah, I think typically the graphic novel is usually it's like the whole self-contained story. Now, I've seen there are other instances where there is like and I think that's where somebody was telling me kind of the difference is, like, you can have a self-contained story, but if it was released in single issues, it's technically not a graphic novel, even though it is. Like, like that. I'm not gonna confess to know all the rules because really, if you think about it, that would be just like a trade, all in one. But if it was all, like that's basically a trade, like a collection of but that's yeah, yeah. Well, we could go into that all. We can nerd out. This is the shit people nerd out about. uh, let's see. I thought there was more of a difference since style was mentioned. Yeah, not really, not really. Um, Also, some writers actually write in longer format and don't even release floppies like Brubaker and Phillips on Reckless series. Right. Yeah. Darwin Cook on Parker. Yeah, absolutely. No floppies in mind. Longer form writing. Right. There you go. I just lost interest in capes for the most part. Read so much of them in the last decade. Just wanted more unique stories that had less editorial interference and more creative freedom. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Not a fan of the pitching. Yeah, just got on the hunt and found some good stories. Yeah, exactly. And that's sometimes a hard thing to do, man. Like especially in an indie series, because like you'd be like, it might take it. Like you might, give it to a third issue. Be like, okay, this one got me. Because I've had plenty that like the third issue got me, and so it's like okay, like especially if it's only 5 issues, it's kind of like, well, might as well just get the last, like even if you got there, it's like yeah, but yeah. Um, yeah, I love comics more than I love just the superhero comics. Yeah, and I like superhero comics. It's just like I like the indies. There's just more variety out there, and you can find like I said, a lot of cooler stuff as well. Certainly. You know how many Upshot Now magazines were released? The Upshot Nows, I want to say there was 5 of them. I want to say it was 5 of the Upshot Nows. Um, I had all 5 of them. I sent a couple of them to my man Wayne. Sent some of them to him. You have 3. Nice. What 3 do you have? But yeah. I think there was 5 of them. And recently, I just got to the point where there's only 1, 2, 3. I'm only missing 4 issues of any AWA books. Like 4 issues, and I got everything that AWA Upshot has put out. 4 issues, and that's it. I'm gonna hunt them down. I'm gonna find them. And I'm gonna buy them. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I like it was Devil's Highway and Old Haunts. I missed them when they originally came out, so I've got a couple of those that I've got to hunt down in each one of those series, and then I've got everything they've put out, and I like it. But I do have those on the digital copies, and then I also got the trades of them as well. But yeah, I believe there were 5 of them. Yeah, good stuff. All right. What 4 issues are you missing? I think on Old Haunts it's 1 and 4. 1 and 4. And for Devil's Highway, it's 2, 5. I got them right here. Because I just picked them up. Oh man, did I put them up? Don't tell me I put them all. I put them all away. Yeah, I did. I put them all away. There they are. There they are. Now, Old Haunts. I got 2, 3, and 5. So Old Haunts 1 and 4. And then Devil's Highway. Oh, Devil's Highway is 2 and 3. Yeah. And these are both great books too. These ones are great stories. I like them. Like I said, a lot of the AWA Upshot stuff I've really enjoyed anyway. Good stuff. Like this one right here, even I'm looking at right now, Bad Mother. The book Bad Mother that Krista Faust did. I thought that was a pretty good series. I mean, it was kind of, it seemed a little predictable and all that stuff, but like for the most part, like the story I really enjoyed. Even that, what was the other one that she did that had Linda Hamilton in it? The one with Linda Hamilton in it, Redemption. Yeah, I thought that one was pretty good too. Yeah, Brandon Brad created my man. What is up? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd appreciate that, Skip. I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate that. So, one of the things, guys, I wanted to show y'all was let's see if I can got that all good. Um, where we at? All right, that's a little bit easier for me right there. I need some water. Um, in case you did, I swear we'll get to the title. We'll get to the title thing in a minute. We'll get to the from the boner to blue balls in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. But in case you guys didn't know about, I'm sure most of you did. About 10 weeks ago, I was hit while I was out on my morning bike ride. Right, I was hit by a car from behind, flopped up on the hood, fucking broke my back and shit. I was all broke back mountain for a few months, and I still am. I'm still recovering, and like even what's funny is these last few days, I've really been feeling good for the most part, no pains or anything like that. But here over like these past couple of days, past few days, I've been getting some pains, some more pains and stuff in the small of my back. Now the good thing is like they don't feel like pains, like they're hurting pains and um like that. They kind of feel like healing pains, and I'm hoping that's all it is. But after that, and they told me like even if you healed as good as you ever could, you're never gonna be 100% again. But you can get very damn close, and that's what I'm hoping for. That's my ultimate hope, is to get there. And I think I kind of feel that like through just my pretty healthy lifestyle altogether, it really ups the chances that I have of making a full recovery of it as much as possible. And so anyway, what I wanted to show you guys was check this out. I've been busy doing some stuff here over this past week, as things have been going with like my claim and everything like that with the insurance. I recently did get the money for the property damage for my bike, so I can get my new bike on order. Because the bike I ride is a very expensive bike. Like the bike I ride literally costs as much as a nice used car. I'll be honest with you, the bike I ride costs more than the vehicle that I bought for my business, more than my work truck, my old U-Haul. It costs more than that. And so yeah, it's a pretty nice damn bike. So to get that bike, like it's gonna take some time to come in. Because like, the way things have been over the past 15 days, the things have been, yeah, very weird. Because last year I was looking for new bikes for my wife and my kids, because my kids were getting older and my wife just needed a good bike to ride. And I had a hard time finding them because after all the shutdowns went away, before we started this 2 week social distancing, we like we went out and we couldn't find bikes. But you couldn't, after that, nobody, like everybody went out and bought all the bikes and you couldn't find them. So finally, like earlier this year, finally they had some in at my local at my bike shop, and I was like, hey, I told my wife and kids, I'm like, we need to get up here right now, buy some damn bikes. Now, however, we can find bikes left and right for my wife and kids. Yeah. Like last year, I could have got a bike no problem when I wanted one, but now it's like kind of the opposite, right? Like it's like flip flopping. That's kind of how it works. So, but they're even saying I might even have to wait till next model year, right? That could be before I can get the replacement for my bicycle. Luckily, I've got some fixed gear bikes that I can ride in the meantime to maintain my fitness and just build back up as well. But one of the things I've been doing here over this last week is taking apart my old bike. right? Been taking it apart. Well, one of the things I hadn't done since the crash was come out and take a look at this thing and see exactly how bad it was. Once I started taking this thing apart, I really seen um, how bad it was, and it's pretty jacked up. Um, First off, I mean, I'm not sure. You probably might not even be able to tell too good here, but there's some cracks right there. I'm not sure. Ooh, you better be careful there. You can see right here in the rear triangle, right there. All the carbon is all jacked up. Right, not sure how well you can see all that, but it's all cracked right there on both of these. What are these? The seat stays on both seat stays there, and then I don't know. I guess I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything on the chainstay on this side, but then on the right hand side on the chainstay, it's all cracked right there. See how jacked up that is. All right, so it's all snapped there. Oh yeah, see, I think this one you can see a lot better on this side, where it's all busted up. And then I didn't even realize this one either. It was right here on the top tube. Um, was all busted right there as well. And so yeah, this thing was pretty jacked up, man. I didn't realize how jacked up it was until I started taking it apart. Now the front fork was actually pretty much all good. It was pretty much fine still. It was pretty much fine, but I'll show you this other thing here. Check this out. Um, I took the cassette off here and everything, but this is the rear wheel right here, all crushed to shit. Let's see, it's all fucking jacked up, bro. Jacked up. So yeah, it was all jacked up, and like this bike that I was running, like you can't like here. I show you like the brand of bike this is a specialized like they're one of the bigger brands out there, and like there's like pretty much for the most part, and there's certainly fancier companies out there, but for the most part there's like almost like Marvel and DC, there's the big two. You got Specialized and Trek, and but this one is like the ones that they make for like the pros. You see it's the S Works, where it says S Works right there. That's pretty much like the line that they make is like the lighter carbon, stiffer carbon, and all that stuff. Like the shit the pros ride, right? So basically, I've gotta wait for like a year before I can get a replacement for this thing, and yeah. But I did finally get paid out for it. But you gotta see this. In the meantime, what I've been doing this past week is in the meantime I needed something to ride. So I found luckily a good deal at my local bike shop on a bike, and I had some old parts here at the house that I went ahead and swapped over to this one, and I just put a new wheel set on here. Put this new set of wheels on here today. Just got those, picked those up. This frame they had there at a steal of a price for me to get. So I bought this new frame. Just got this new wheel set on here. I put one of my old handlebars on here. Just bought the the handlebar tape, just taped it up, got parts all put on here. So basically these past few days have been rebuilding a new ride. Like, and the thing is, the thing is I'm building this ride, and like it's just a ride for me to uh it's just basically I hate to say it's a throwaway. It's a throwaway bike for me to ride until my real ride gets here. But it's nice because luckily through all this stuff, like I've kept some parts and everything and all this stuff, and I basically still at least have a bike to ride in the meantime, aside from my fixed geared bikes, because one of the things I really wanted is like, especially through training and everything, is a road bike, so you have all those gears and everything. And now, like, and I hate to say, like I said, it's like a throwaway bike. This isn't even like my real bike. This is like, but this is a nice fucking bike. And I hate, and like I said, it's like, oh, it's just a cheap bike for me to ride in the meantime. And I hate feeling that way because, like, even, a handful of years ago, this bike I would have been fucking psyched to ride. Like, yeah. And believe me when I say I'm hyped to get out and ride this thing, but like, like, just so I can get out and ride, especially now that just bought this brand new wheel set for it and everything. But then also, like, I'm excited, but like, I still, like, I just want my new ride, you know? I want to fast forward these months and thinking about how much more I'll be healed by then and everything, and getting my new bike and going out for a anyway. Anyway, guys, I don't know, man. I don't know, but still got a little bit of stuff to do. Still got to get a bottom bracket that should be coming in for it next week, so then I can get these this mounted on. Which these right here are the crank arms, and what it is see right here, it's got the all the stuff in here. It's got this power meter on there. It's got a power meter on there for, like, it's what you need, like, if you want to do like serious training, because you need to know like what power your legs are pushing out. Like, you can't really just go based off of heart rate and how you feel and stuff like that, and your cadence and all that stuff, which you go by that a lot of the times. But like, the power really lets you know how much power you're putting on the pedals and using to propel yourself forward. So yeah, it's all that serious training shit, man. Like, so basically, I'm gonna have a nice fucking ride until my badass motherfucking new ride gets here. And I'm fucking psyched, man. I can't wait till that goddamn bottom bracket comes in so I can slap that bitch in and take this motherfucker for a ride, dude. I'm fucking hyped, man. Like, I'm hyped about getting out on this bike, let alone waiting till my new bike gets here. Oh yeah, and check that. I also bought a new tail light. Got a new tail light too. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm oh, come on, man. There we go. Pretty hyped about stuff, man, because like I said, everything's been going good with a lot of the claim and everything. The lawyers are still working on the personal injury claim side of it, which will probably take a while because I know I've got to go visit the doctor again this Wednesday, and that's been the rough part with everything is, getting all that stuff, putting together a new bike and getting a new bike on all that stuff. That's the easy shit. It's the stuff I've been going through lately because, like I said, I've been having some pains even here the past couple days, and like I feel kind of like maybe they're good pains because I feel like maybe it's just stuff that's healing because I don't feel in pain, if you know what I mean. But look, finally, I also got my new gloves too. These are actually the almost the exact replacements for the ones that got red. Yeah, I know. And look, they're the women's ones too. I know. But you know what it is? They're purple. They got the purple lining on them, and you know what? I like purple. I like purple. I can't help it that they make the fucking women's gloves in purple and not the men's gloves. I can't help it that fucking the men's gloves are fucking black, red. Look, here I am as I'm wearing black and red and shit. Anyway, guys. Anyway, I'll stop now. I'll stop nerding out and about my excitement to get out of my bag, man. I'll stop nerding out. I got a new helmet too. I got a new helmet. You guys want to see the new helmet? Yeah, you don't give a fuck about the new helmet. Fuck it. You guys don't give a shit. You guys are like, I ain't really give a fuck about your fucking bike either, Trinity. What are you talking about? All right. All right. Where we at? There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, Tim's Talk up in the building. What is up? How are you doing? Let's see. Random Brad in the building. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 2 weeks, right? It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. I say that shit a lot, and I'm not sure if people catch on to it. Like, yeah, 15 days ago, like, fucking 15 days. 15 days. That's yeah. That's just anyway. Sorry. Um, Skip says I'm a person who was for it too, but that was the longest 2 weeks in the history of mankind. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. See, and like for me, I wasn't even for it any in the first place. For one, like I've been through the fucking muck, man. Like we used to be annual pass holders at Disneyland. You want to talk about being in the shit? That's a motherfucking germ fest there, man. Like there ain't a fucking time that you don't go there and you come back the next day like, oh damn. Like I guarantee you I've had fucking coronavirus every goddamn year for fucking years when we used to have oh man. But no, that's how it is. Like them fucking plays, like just like cons. You got the con crud. Just it's like the same thing, man. Like, but yeah. Yeah. Brother, Jack, yeah, dude. Like it was the worst, man. It was the worst. And you know what's funny is like that was like one of the crashes ever. Like, it wasn't one of those things where I was laying there and I was like, is my bike okay? I knew my bike was fucked. When that crash happened, I was like, my bike is fucked. I didn't even bother looking. I was just like, my bike. Also, maybe because I was sitting there like my back is fucked. So, actually, at the time, I didn't know. I was just laying there on the ground like fuck. But I was able to move. Like, yeah. I was lucky as shit. I got a $100 bike, a $100 Walmart bike, and a $100 $20 stationary bike. I'm sorry. No, I don't. I mean to laugh. Hey, look. If that's what works for you, that's good. If that's all you need, that fucking A. Like I wouldn't be spending no $2,000 on a bike if I wasn't really into riding and all that shit either. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. But that kill, you know what it is? You know what it is that was actually from. It's not even a poster. It's actually, well, I mean, it kind of is, but it was from when the DVD came out, like the big old thing that they had at Walmart and shit. I went and I just cut it out and I kept it. But yeah, it's pretty badass. I used to have it. Hanging in the old studio. Yeah. But yeah, Kill Bill, man. I fucking yeah, that's a good one. I haven't watched it in. Oh, it's probably been about 2 years since I watched Kill Bill. It's a good one. Yeah. Seems like the tires are so close to the body. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And you know what? I actually got to go through and kind of adjust them too because like my brakes are really like they're really close together, so it won't that like the rims aren't really spinning right now. So got to figure out how to adjust. See if I can open the calipers up just a little bit. But yeah, and you know what's funny is I know like I went and I got the rims today because I'm like, man, I need a set of carbon rims for this motherfucker, and I couldn't find rims anywhere. I went to my my main shop, and I couldn't get any of like the specialized ones, the Rovals or anything, zips, and zips are pretty expensive anyway. But I was like, I couldn't get any of those, so I went to the other local bike shop, which and they had these Bontraegers, which Bontraeger is made by Trek. So basically, my bike is put together with Bontraeger, like basically Trek and Specialized. Like somebody roll up on me, they're gonna be making fun of my shit. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" They're gonna be like, "Are you fucking retarded?" And I'll be like, I got hit by a car, bro. That's how maybe that's what I'll just say. I'll be like, I got hit by a car. And also, And also, the same thing I will tell them is the same exact thing that I used to tell my son to tell people when he used to ride around his sister's pink bike. And he was like, at first he was embarrassed, and he was like, I'm like, hey, look, and he wasn't really embarrassed. He didn't give a shit. But I was like, if anybody makes fun of you, just tell them like, my bike might be pink, but at least I can beat your ass on it. I can out, and I was like, but the next thing is you got to go out there and be faster than their ass. You can't say some shit like that and not be faster. And that's what I'll say. I'll be like, yeah, it might be fucking stupid, but you know what? I'm faster than you are, asshole. Oh man, oh man. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. And I'm not even like a trash talking dude when I'm out riding and shit like that. Like I'm just like I'm pretty humble when it comes to that. Only because like like I know anybody can do what I do. All you got to do is just put in a little bit of time to go riding and get a little bit faster. That's all it really takes. That's all it really takes. Well, that and there's actually a lot of there's actually a lot of mental fortitude that goes into it too. But that's a different story. That's a different story. Um. Yeah, yeah. They used to make great tank '90s BMX bikes, specialized. Yeah, Fat Boys, uh, Vegas. Yeah, yeah. Good fun dirt BMX. Yeah, yep. Hell yeah. Um, let's see. Dang, what happened? Tank BMX equals heavy fucking bike. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Still got one. Frame 4 bars. Nice. All right, have a good one, Alloys. Have a good one. Um, So it's your oh, okay, you want to see the new, all right, it's over here. The thing that sucks about it is the thing that sucks about it was like the only colors they had there were white. Who wants fucking white? Like it's bad enough we gotta live in this world with fucking white people. You think I want to wear a white fucking helmet? God damn, dude. At least give me a black one. I'm kidding. Or am I? No. But it was that or this. The fucking Seattle Seahawks fucking colors. Fucking bullshit. Same type of helmet I had before, just different color scheme. But yeah, like fucking bullshit fucking Seattle fucking Seahawks colors, man. I don't even watch football anymore, but that don't keep me from seeing these colors and thinking of the fucking shitty Seattle Seahawks. Fuck the Seahawks. And if you like the Seahawks, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You can like it's all good. You can like the Seahawks. You can like the Seahawks, even if they suck. Even if they suck. um, the way I'm writing my story is a pretty self-contained story, but the draws the issue is the hype and cliffhangers. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. New can that code different 16? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we got. I'm telling you, we had it all the time, man. Like you go to them fucking, like you said, cons, fucking Disneyland and all that shit. But like every time you come back, oh damn, like for a day or two, you feel, and it's not just from eating the shitty food there. RC Scott in the building. What's up, man? Hey, it's a little late where you're at, isn't it? Isn't it? Kinda. What is it? 9, 10, 11. It's 11:20. So that's not too bad. You better laugh at my shitty bikes. They're shitty bikes. When I need new tubes, I'm so embarrassed to take it into the bike shop. I live by a bike city too. I'm Judge RC when I visit. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what? You know the only thing they're judging you if you're going in there for new tubes is being like, why does this motherfucker keep bringing his Walmart bike in here? Paying his fucking $20 to switch his tube out when he could just buy the tube for $5 and switch it himself. Fuck it, we'll take his money then. That's what that's the only thing they're judging you about. And you know what? They're not even judging you for it because they're making money. They're not like, whatever. Whatever. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny though. 90s BMX I built cost easy 2K. And hipsters got into the mid school BMX game, bought everything and drove the prices up much like the regular vinyl. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Isn't that Snow Dub's dream? Which one? What Snow Dub's stream? Paid more in tubes for my bike, right? Yeah, right. Like you get like you get flats and shit. Like you're fucking sitting there right now. Fuck, I got a flat. Time for a new bike. No, no, but that's funny. That's funny. Um, but really, like basically aside from the rims that I just bought today for this bike I just showed you. Aside from that, like the bike that I just bought, I could buy like fucking four of them, maybe five for the price that my other that my other bike is. That my other bike is. Go Hawks. Oh yeah, Snow Dubs. Yeah, Snow Dub. Speaking of which, man, you know what? Speaking of which, man, um, anybody out there who knows Snow Dub, go send him some love. One of his dogs just died on him, just kind of out of the blue the other day. So our deepest condolences go out to our man Snow Dub, man. We know how that can be, man. Whether it's your dog, your cat, or anything like that. It's just like losing a member of the family. You know, especially considering, you know, like he said that he was there when the dog was born. He was a puppy and helped nurse him because he was sick a little bit, I believe he said. And then seeing him through, what do you say, the last like 12 years, 11 years? And that can be rough, man. That can be rough. So make sure if you guys see Snowdub, make sure you go send Snowdub some love, man. Tell him I sent you. And tell him tell him he still hasn't fucking manned up for that fucking gun show he challenged me to either. Tell him just because I got a motherfucking broke back don't mean that I ain't gonna fucking start doing some curls and fucking bring the heat. Woo! Oh man, is that wrong? Like I'm talking shit like while he's man. Now I don't feel fucking bad. I mean I do feel bad about it. It's fucked up, man. I know how that can be, man. For sure, for sure. This supposed to be a small mark, right? That's funny. That's just funny. But where are we at? We're already at 9:20. All right. All right. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was you know, like the title there that I've got. From Boner to Blue Balls, I heard that Sony Pictures is doing this thing with these guys. I'm not sure if that was that going down today where they were letting certain people like press and media and shit like that see the first 40 minutes of Spider-Man No Way Home. Right? They're doing this promotion. You know how like sometimes they have early screeners and shit like that. They'll do, you know, they'll invite them in and do all that thing. Supposedly, they're going and letting the people who have the access go and watch the first 40 minutes of this movie. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like that's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Like and that's what I say, you know, like they're talking about like and you know, the boner they put in WandaVision, you know, from boner to blue balls, like there's like because you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's probably gonna happen is like they're probably gonna do this thing. You like, but you know we all know about the Spider-Man fucking thing. You know, there's gonna be Toby and Andrew, and you know it's gonna be all the Spider-Mans, right? What's really great is like, you know what's funny is like I kind of feel like, you know what I feel like they're gonna do? I feel like they're gonna show the first 40 minutes of this fucking movie, and then what they're gonna do right at the end of that 40 minutes is they're gonna show all the fucking Spider-Man, and that's it. They're gonna fucking cut them off and say, now go out into the world, you little son of a bitch. You know you want to say something to people and be all hyped, but you don't even know what it means. No, but I heard that they're doing this thing, showing this first 40 fucking minutes, and I'm like, dude, really? Like, come on, man. This is it. That's like, look, either show the whole movie or don't. Now I know why they're not going to. I know why they're not going to because they know that no matter what they do, whether they have people sign little NDAs and have little what do they call them? Embargo dates and everything on their reviews and everything. They know one thing. Then people are gonna walk out of that fucking theater and start flapping their fucking gums about the goddamn movie. So they're not gonna do it, and I think it's fucking funny. And the thing is, like, look, I get it. And look, who are the people who go to these things anyways? It's all the people like the news, you know, the media and shit like that. And then a bunch of fucking shills, you know, all the fucking, you know, you see them on YouTube, all the little YouTube. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm making the face, oh, little you. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, all these guys who want to sit here and be like, you know, have all the time, they're like, you know, and all that bullshit. Like, you know, all that fucking bullshit they do, you know, the reaction videos and the rah, 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 you know, and the fucking sucking the dick to get the fucking access to go to these movies. Like, look, look, if I got invited to a premiere to go see, you know, press screening or something, look, I'd be like, hey, cool, thank you, you know, whatever. But look, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna kiss somebody's fucking ass over it and sit there and like everybody be like, you know, like, I don't give a fuck. You know, there's people out there. There's people out there who have smaller channels than mine. And look, I'm not a huge fucking channel that have access and shit and get early things for, like, you know, some of the Disney Plus shows and some of that bullshit too. And I was like, I don't really give a shit. I don't care that much. Like, it would be cool. It would be cool. You know, don't get me wrong, it'd be cool and all that stuff, but like, you know, a lot of these guys, like, they're really into that, and that's what they're. And I wouldn't say that's all they're doing it for, but they're really into that. And so they're really church up, and that's why they get invited to it, because they do all the hype and all that shit. Like, and believe me, I'm pretty hyped for a lot of this shit. But the thing I like more than anything is just not having all that stuff, because you know, the closer you get to those kinds of things, you know, the closer your hands get cupped. Like, they kind of, you know, we don't expect you to say this movie sucks if you don't like the movie. You know that, Trinity? But you know, like, nothing's gonna keep me from saying that. No, the thing is, I can criticize something without saying that it sucks, and even if I don't like it. But you know, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be getting all that shit anyway. And I just think it's funny. Like, you're gonna go, they're gonna invite all these people there to go show them this. It reminds me of the fan event that they did for the fucking trailer too. This whole fucking thing is like, really, like, just put the fucking trailer out, right? Just like, let the people go, like, you know. But that's what it is. That's where we're at. This whole, you know, like, the spoiler and leak culture has got us there to where the studio's like, you know what? I bet we could show 40 minutes of this movie and people would be happy. I just think it was the funniest fucking thing in the world to hear that they're going to do this. And people are actually going to go to it. I'd go to it. I'd fucking go to it. But I just think that's the funniest shit. Like, they're like doing this just whole 40 minutes. Like, no, just give me the whole fucking movie. I'm not doing. You know what? I probably wouldn't do it. Because you know what? They'd probably show me the first 40 minutes of the movie, and I'm gonna walk out of there mad as fuck because I don't get to see the rest. Fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that. Pieces of shit. Star Wars MCU OG, what is up? I hope you're doing well. I hope all is going well. Let's see. Brandon Brad says, he did live in he did a live stream with Tequila. He left the stream going. Oh, okay. Who's Tequila? Tequila. Let the stream going. Oh yeah, he did a bit of a bicep flex a couple times. Sorry for the distraction. That's funny. Yeah, no, I think God, what was that? I want to say it was like it was probably almost 2 years ago at this point. This fool fucking issued me fucking. He's like, oh, fucking issued me a fucking wanted some tickets to the gun show. I'm like, bring it on, son, bring it on. That's funny. Landon, what is up? This is Happy Friday. It's December. Yes, it is. Yeah, alcoholic beverage, man. I haven't had an alcoholic beverage in a while. You know, actually, I did. It was God, where we go? It was we went to medieval times. On my wife's birthday, we went to medieval times. We went to medieval times and ate, and I had a few drinks while I was there. few mixed drinks. Yeah. I don't drink that much anymore. I don't really drink that much anymore. Usually just and for the most part, usually because a lot of time I'm just too fucking busy. You know, I mean, I got time to sit here and smoke a bowl and read some comics and do a lot of the shit that I'm doing. I ain't got time to fucking think like. Well, I guess it's not like I get that all the time, that way all the time anyway. But anyway, yeah, that was all I had about the boner thing. I just think that's just fucking funny, man. Like all these people going to like, hey, let's go to the movies for 40 minutes to watch this fucking 40 minutes of this movie. It's like, fuck that. Who wants to do that shit? I don't know, man. But that's just if you ask me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Like I said, I'd probably go if they invited me. You know, if I had nothing better to do. But chances are I'd be like, hey, can my kids come too? Like, you ain't getting me without the. Do I need to put them in the videos too? Do I need to put them in the videos? Oh man, the stream has been banished. Oh no, oh no. What? He didn't get all. Yeah, he didn't get all sloppy and shit, did he? He didn't get all sloppy and shit. I hope not. I hope not. But anyway, guys, you guys got anything else you guys want to talk about? You guys got anything else you want to talk about? You guys want to talk about? You know what? I got something else I want to talk about. Yeah, I got something else I want to talk about. I got something else I want to talk about. What's with all these people, man? Oh yeah, the stream title was let's talk about death something something for the people who have died. Oh, pull out. Oh yeah, pull out a 40. Pull out a 40 for the dead homies. So the whole stream it was bittersweet. What was bittersweet? Oh, the snow dub one? I missed it. All right. I missed it. Son of a. Yeah, he didn't send me an invite. Fucking son of a bitch. Fuck Snow Dub. I'm just kidding. Snow Dub's cool, man. He cracks me up, dude. Where was I going? Seth Rogen. Everybody seems to care about Seth Rogen, right? I never seem to get this thing, you know. You get all these people out there, you know, like, oh, fuck all these Hollywood weirdos, fuck these guys and what they say, and who cares? And like all they and then yet all they fucking do is make fucking drama videos about them. You know, and a lot of times I seem to think like, you know what? For not caring about what these Hollywood weirdos think, you sure care a lot about what they think. Right? To me, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of the same thing as like the whole hate comic books and just keep reading comic books you hate type of thing and bitching about it. Maybe constantly bitching about Star Wars because you like the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy sucks. Which is pretty fucking factual, to be honest with you. But the point being, let's keep going on about it and just saying, instead of just saying, fuck the sequels and paying them no mind after that. It's kind of the same thing, right? It's kind of the same thing. But it's a little bit different because these people who do these tabloid type things, like, they say fuck all these Hollywood weirdos, but yet they can't stop talking about them. And that's really like a lot of a majority of their content. And it really makes me think like, well, I mean, who cares? You care. You're the one that cares. Now you say you don't care, but you care. But why? Why? Right? Like, I honestly don't give a shit. You know, I seen somebody like somebody posted something the other day. Hell, it might have been today. Something about something blah blah blah. Well, Seth Rogen would think this and that, and I'm like, you give a fuck what Seth Rogen thinks? Fuck Seth Rogen. Like, what the fuck does that? Like, what's that? What does that have to fucking do with anything? Well, like, no, don't get me wrong. I talk about this shit too. Like, I joke about the Seth. Hell, I've made a post about the fucking Seth Rogen thing too. Fucking, I don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, you also don't hear me out here saying fuck all these Hollywood weirdos and all that shit either. I mean, because I really don't give a shit. But I just think it's funny that people seem to care so much when they say they don't care. And why? Now, I know we got a bunch of mentally ill people out there, and I'm not certainly going to put that past any of these people that they are, and that's why they care so much about it. Maybe it's that their lives are boring enough that they have nothing else to talk about. Hell, who am I to talk? I'm sitting here talking about them talking about it, right? Yeah. That's the whole problem with life, guys. Hypocrisy. You can't get away from it. You can't get away from it. It's something you gotta learn to live with. The prequels are good. Yeah, I like the prequels too. I like the prequels. I'm not a prequel hater. I like the prequels. Yeah. Prequels are good. Yeah, prequels are good. Yeah, don't be tripping off celebs. People give them too much reverence and get upset at the reverence. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the whole thing. Look. I like actors. I like what they do. I like the fact that and like what they do on screen, their talents and all that shit. There's a lot of great fuck. And there's a whole lot of them fucking people that are fucking left leaning fucking weirdos and everything. And like a lot of them, it's not even their politics. A lot of these fucking people are legitimate fucking weirdos. Now, I will also attribute that to the fact that they are artists. And I don't give a shit what kind of artist you are, what type of fucking creative you are. Creatives are fucking weirdos. And I don't give a shit if it's like you're talking about like your engineers or a fucking musician or a fucking artist or a writer or anything like that. Like people with creative minds are fucking weirdos. That's it's plain and simple just how it is. People who do a lot of the acting and stuff like that, it's no different. It's just how it is. And when you really boil it down, we're all weirdos, right? We're all a little weird, and that's okay. And that's okay. That's okay. And like I said, I like a lot of the work that these people do and all that stuff. But even with that, and like I hear, a lot of this stupid shit that they say, and even some of the smart shit they say. But it's nothing that I've really ever gave enough to. Like, I mean, obviously, when you hear and there's somebody out there that is, and that's the other thing is because you always hear all these same people, and they take when a celebrity takes the same position that they do, like they church them up and they build them up, right? Right? But that's the thing, it's all political alignment stuff, right? But at the same time, I mean, I don't see like there's kind of two sides to it. Cause like say there's celebrities out there actually doing good stuff, and there are celebrities that go out there and actually do good shit, and people who are actually good people doing good shit. I would say, some of those people for me, if you ask me, would be the Saska sisters. I think they're the fucking best. But point being, like that's okay too. When somebody's doing something that you feel is like a worthy cause. But I just feel, it's just so funny seeing all the wishy-washy bullshit when it comes to all that stuff. And I think that's why a lot of the times I don't really, have much to say about all that shit because, I was raised, my parents, when I was being raised, they always taught us like, look, all that shit you see on TV, then people like, they're fucking actors. They get paid. The stuff they're doing there, that's what they're getting paid to do. And when they're off of screen, when they're not doing what they're doing, they're normal fucking people. They're just like you and me. They're no better. They're no worse. And they did even explain, parents always like, but, sometimes you get in that shit and a fucking bunch of weirdos too. And we all know how it is out there too, right? We all know how it is out there too. But I just feel it's so weird. But one of the things certainly is celebrity worship, man. There's a lot of people who do that, and a lot of them do it without even knowing it. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. It's just this whole thing, like, and like I said, people build a lot of their shit off of it, like the celebrity gossip and all that shit, and like, it doesn't matter what it is. You fucking Johnny and Amber, and just all this other bullshit. And I know people have their reasons for talking about some of these things, like the whole Johnny and everything. Some of the reasons why people talk about that, like, I get it. I get it. I get why people are kind of talk a lot about it and are behind it and all this stuff, but also at the same time, like I don't give a fuck about these two people. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't give a fuck about Alec Baldwin and him fucking shooting somebody in the sense of everything drama going around it. I feel bad for the family of everybody, of the loved ones of the woman who was shot. I actually even feel for fucking Alec Baldwin, unless he actually did that shit on purpose, in which case he doesn't really have any, he's not really remorseful or anything like that. But, like, on a level, I feel sorry for him. Because, like, if you unintentionally fucking kill somebody like that, if it was all unintentional, which, come on, man. Like that's pretty fucked up, right? That's pretty fucked up. I actually kind of feel bad for a person in that case. I'm like, I don't look, there might be people I disagree with, people I don't like, and all kinds of shit like that. But I'm not the kind of motherfucker that actually sits there and like wishes and that shit on people like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But at the same time, that's what some of these motherfuckers are doing too. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to be yourself and, whatever it is you do and have feelings about stuff, things out there. But I feel like so much these days, like people have lost so much of their fucking humanity all for a couple of fucking clicks. Just to get a rise out of somebody. And believe me, I've done that shit too. But it's what I'm talking about here is, you've seen people out there who do this shit fucking excessively. Like, it's every fucking day. It's every fucking little thing. Sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles. And sometimes maybe you go into battles that you don't even need to go into because there's not a fucking battle in the first place. It's a couple kids play on a fucking playground, and you go and get involved with them. But I don't know. That's just if you ask me. Like, maybe I don't get it. Like I said, I like the celebrities for what they do. Their talents. Acting and all that bullshit. But honestly, like, I don't know. I guess I've got better fucking things to worry about than what a lot of these people who are just regular people who I know to be fucking weirdos in the first place, the same as everybody else. To give a shit. Like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he's done some funny movies. Karen F about what he gets up in Petalwood. Yeah, he's done some funny movies. Yeah, Seth Rogen. Yeah, like Seth Rogen's done plenty of fucking funny movies that I enjoy. Yeah, absolutely. They say dumb stuff, make mistakes, have families, and die like us. I got appreciation for people who do invest in their talent, but artistic types as a whole are already weird. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, they are. I'm a creative. I'm weird as fuck. I'm just OCD and I'm hyper aware of it. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, I'm that way too in certain ways. And it's like believe me, I know that shit. But like some people like really get caught up and offended by that shit too. Like they're not willing to admit that they're just normal, right? Normal, which ultimately being normal is being fucking weird, right? We all weird. We all got our little, like one of the best fucking things, like like kind of breakdowns that I've heard about it was like in Good Will Hunting when Robin Williams breaks all that shit down, like it's like nothing fucking better. All the little quirks, all the little fucking things, all these like everybody's out there fucking like it, and that's the reason like a lot of people get stuck in kind of the worlds that they're in because like some people get to the feeling like, man, like a lot of people knew like the fucking way I was, like they'd probably be like, man, I'm fucking weird, man. And I think a lot of people feel that way. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is because like I know that shit too. Like people are fucking weird, and that's okay. That's okay. But that don't mean you have to be a fucking weirdo though. You can be weird without being a fucking weirdo. Oh man. Preaching up here with the hard dose of truth. Yeah. We're all a little weird. Yeah. Y'all some fucking weirdos. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Love his Neighbors movies. Yeah. Neighbor. You know what? How did I see the sequel? I can't remember if I seen the sequel of Neighbors. Can't remember if I seen the sequel of Neighbors. Pineapple. Yeah, Pineapple Express is great. Yeah. Paul, dude, I haven't seen Paul. Man, it's been a while since I've seen Paul. Oh, This Is the End is fucking great too. Well, I was just saying I like Knocked Up. That one was a good one. Uh, got the one that was pretty bad was The Interview. That one was kind of like, um. Well, and he was in the 40-year-old virgin. That shit was funny too. Oh, Zack and Miri. He was fucking good in Zack and Miri too. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah, same here. My missus is a normie. Still spins right out on the way I act. Thinks thing is I'm not acting. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, over 18 years, I must be doing something right. Hey, there you go. There you go. Absolutely. That's funny. But yeah, and that's the thing is like ultimately like everybody is weird, you know what I mean? We all have these little things, you know. And it's funny too cuz like seeing my kids, seeing just like some of the little things that they do sometimes I'm just like, that's just kind of funny. They crack me up, man. They crack me up. That's one of the things I like I said, I've talked about this a lot too. I'm a people watcher. I observe people and shit like that. And I think that's one of the things like I'm good at reading people as well. Like just the body language, picking up on people, and I actually catch serious vibes off people too. Like if I'm near and around them, and like depending on because I've even had I talked about this before. I had a manager before that. I'm like, dude, I get vibes off this guy. I fucking cannot be around this dude alone. I just do not feel fucking comfortable. Um, and it's not for anything else. Just I'm just like, dude, like not like he could fucking like manhandle me or some shit like that. There's nothing to do with that. But I'm just like, I feel really fucking at unease with this guy, man. Yeah, it was funny too. Like I remember like my oldest daughter, she's very like that too. I remember when she was a baby. Um, I swear, like her instincts were good too. Cause she would get like like when she would come into work and stuff. Sometimes she'd see certain people. She'd be like, "Hey," I'm like, girl, she knows. She knows that shit. Yeah. Brian McCann, what is up? Yeah. Forgot about The Interview. Yeah. That movie fucking sucked, man. The Interview. You know what? Ooh. What was the other one? The Office Christmas Party? Was that it? No. It wasn't Office Christmas Party. It was the one with him, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Captain America. Oh, I mean Sam Wilson. Oh, I mean, my bad, Tupac. Anthony Mackie. What the fuck was the name of that one? Was it Office Christmas? No, it wasn't Office Christmas Party. It wasn't Office Christmas Party. It was the night before. Was it the night before? I think it was that. Oh, that was it. The night before. Was it the night before? I can't remember. Can't remember. Creep Factor. Creep Factor. What? Oh yeah. The strange ones that throw off that vibe. Yeah. Like, and you know what it was like, cause like I'm pretty sure what it was he was doing drugs, and I'm pretty sure he was like fucking spun out of his mind. On I'm pretty sure it was probably like speed or some sort. It was some sort of methamphetamine. It was some sort of methamphetamine. But he like seriously like every time like there was one time and that was when he first came to our store. Like I remember like I didn't even really know him, but we were sitting there in a meeting. We're sitting there in a meeting, and he's like standing right next to me, and I could literally like feel like fucking like muck. Like I could literally feel the dude sitting next to me. I was like, dude, and I it made me like feel fucking like sick, like nauseated. I'm just like, oh, like I can't, dude. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it was like very fucking uncomfortable. And I know I know the big reason why is because he's fucking spun out on some shit. I know he was. I fucking know he was. I could fucking feel it. You know what I mean? And I just like I can't. And that's one of the things too. I fucking hate tweakers, and I can't fucking stand like that whole like yeah. And there's some people like that are tweakers that I can get along with and everything's like because like some of like they that I've worked with like they were all all cool and everything, but like this fucking dude, I'm just like dude, I I felt like I could feel the fucking drugs coming off of me. Like I could feel it getting on me. And believe me when I say that's some real shit. It's a real fucking thing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just good. It was just gross. It was just gross. Yeah. Trinity. Yeah. No, it wasn't that. Like, cause like this dude wasn't very big. I could have took this dude down no problem. It wasn't about that. It was just he was just like he had that fucking vibe, that aura. Like he's fucking gross. Like, yeah. And believe me, a lot of people felt the same way about him. And I know, yeah. Oh, the night before, I think that's what it is. Yeah, Christmas movie watching tonight. Then yeah, it's a Christmas one. Yeah, it's a good one. I actually like that one. I actually do like that one. Dude had an aura of being tainted. Yeah. Definitely. Fucking tweakers. Quite a few around my area. Yeah, I know the vibe. Yeah, definitely. Best Christmas film, Die Hard. I like Die Hard, man. Yeah, you're not gonna hear any arguments from me. To me, it's a Christmas film. To me, it's a Christmas film. And I had this argument with somebody too because they're like, oh, it's not a Christmas film. I'm like, oh, it's a Christmas film. Look, the guy is coming to fucking Los Angeles to reunite with his fucking family for Christmas. He goes to a Christmas party. It gets fucking crashed. Christmas. Family. And then the argument, if you want to say that it's not, all this other stuff is like, is Home Alone at Christmas? Because that was the thing. He's like, the argument was you could take the Christmas out of Die Hard and you still have the movie. That's the argument, that it's not a Christmas movie. And that's when I say, oh, wow, Home Alone. Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie then. So if Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, neither is Home Alone. Because you can take the Christmas out of Home Alone and still get that same story. My parents ran away on a week's vacation and they left the keys to the brand new Porsche. Are they mine? Well, of course not. I'll just take it for a little spin and maybe you know what I'm saying, but that's the thing. You can take the Christmas out of Home Alone and still have the same movie. So it's not a Christmas movie either. If Die Hard isn't. But if you're willing to consider that Home Alone is a Christmas movie, you have to consider Die Hard. It's all about the same thing. Family, being with family at Christmas time. And if anybody has a fucking problem with that, send them here to the channel and we'll break it on down for them. We'll explain it nice and simple. Could you take the Christmas out of The Grinch Stole Christmas and have the same story? Absolutely you could. Absolutely you could. Could you take the Christmas out of A Christmas Carol and have the same movie? Absolutely you could do the same story. But that was only one argument. Though. But I'm just saying that's a huge one. That's a huge one. If anybody says that, hey, look, there's a lot of stories out there you can take the Christmas out of. It's not Gremlins, second best Christmas. You know what, dude? I haven't watched Gremlins in a long time, man. I need to buy that one. Yeah, Gremlins is a good one. Yeah, absolutely. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah. McCann, it's garbage day. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. But anyway, guys, I think that's all I've got for tonight. I don't really have anything else. Like I said, I've still got plenty of comics that came out last week. Yeah, I guess a few. There's only like 4 or 5 that I've still got to get read. Going into next week. Like I said, I've got this nice EC Comics Crime Illustrated. I've got to get through too, man. Like I said, I've been enjoying all these old reprints of these EC Comics, man. It's been really great stuff. But then the other thing, obviously, that I'm looking forward to getting most is getting my new bike completed and built so I can take it out on its inaugural ride. But Yeah, Home Alone, Die Hard, and Gremlins are all Christmas movies at my house. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Me too. You know another one? You know another good Christmas movie to watch? It's called. I almost said All in the Family, but that's a good show. But it's called The Family Stone. The Family Stone. Watch it. It's a good one. Plus, it's got Rachel McAdams in it. Right? Yes. Anyway, but yeah, guys, I think that's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for being here. We are going to Trinity Fast Forward. She-Hulk. She-Hulk sexy again? Go. She-Hulk, what do you mean? Is she sexy again? I don't know. Last I seen, she was all roided up. Last I seen, she was all roided up, but I don't know. I don't know about lately. I don't read She-Hulk. I don't read She-Hulk. But yeah, that's all we have for tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget, Sunday morning, we're going to be doing a community stream talking about the Hawkeye show and letting other people come on community stream and talking and hanging out on Sunday morning. Make sure you guys all come and hang out for that. But that's all I have for tonight. Thank you all so much for being here on the Trailer Park Live. You all have a good night. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you by then, and we'll see you all next week. We're going to have some more new comic books to talk about. We're going to have another episode of Hawkeye to talk about as well. You all have a good night. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.